It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Bills and the Jaguars, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
We are 15 miles due west of the Atlantic, nestled in downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon, and off we go from Jacksonville. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
On 1st and 10, Hostetler. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. That one will send him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. On 1st down, Hostetler. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
To throw on 2nd down, Hostetler. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Touchdown. A great play there. 56 yards. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
And that throw, wow, 72 yards in the air according to Next Gen Stats. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return, it's Taylor. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by Big Ben, their veteran quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger.
And what a career we've seen from Ben Roethlisberger. Awfully consistent, tough, durable, strong in the pocket, great leader, a guy who stands in and throws it downfield, and has also added to his game the ability to get the ball out of his hands quickly and let his guys do work downfield.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And his pass, incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Stop your body. Right here, guys. Fight 51.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Ed Oliver, that time the one to get in there and bring him down.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He'll drop this down to Taylor. A gain of 4, not enough. And it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. So they wind up throwing it against your advice, but the result's still a 4th down.
Well, it did turn out to be a safe throw. And you know how sometimes coaches talk about using short passing game as a run? Essentially, that's what they did there. Now they can kick it away.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Fielded at about the 28. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Throwing to start the drive. Hostetler. Left side here, caught by Clay. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Looking to throw. Hostetler throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Finding Knox there, complete.
Come on, boys, let's go, let's go.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Hostetler. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200+ right now. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Looking to throw. Hostetler. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw again. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And his kick is indeed good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. From the gun, it's Taylor. Able to slither by. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
That's a nice run right there. Able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The give to Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. And his throw is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Don't stop that motor. Right now.
Here's Logan Cook now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a gain.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. Back to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Josh Allen in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks in the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And as we check the next-gen stats, that play lasted just 2.7 seconds from beginning to end. Just not enough time to throw the football.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime, but the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
The Bills send the punter out. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Ben's throw pulled in by Robinson here.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Roethlisberger. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Looking to throw on second down. Hostetler. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it, because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. From the gun, Hostetler. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bills have recovered.
We got it. Good job, D. Good job, D.
And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget Paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
and now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
a lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play,
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide it. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. And this is Simpson with a catch. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Throwing on 1st down. Hostetler. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Hostetler. And this one complete to Reed. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 29-yard line. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. On the return, it's Taylor. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Bills. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. Pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. On the return, it's Taylor. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Roethlisberger. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Hostetler. Wide open receiver complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On first down, it's Thomas. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Hostetler, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Hostetler. It's complete to Diggs. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The Bills send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. That caught by Manhurts. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 67 yards. And the Jaguars are back within a score. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Throwing to start the drive. Hostetler throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play here for Buffalo. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. And this is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Thomas. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a cornerback blitzing and run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. $14-yard line, 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Hostetler, he's got it. And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun. Hostetler. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Hostetler, and he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there, and the Bills will extend their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
The Bills offense staying out there as they'll line up and go for 2. They'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taylor now from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That's a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
2nd and 10.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
It's a gain of 5. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Decent run, maybe hoping for a little bit more. Does those set up 3rd and manageable?
And every play of this run, if it's blocked perfectly and executed perfectly, it's set up to go for a touchdown, right? But I like the way you described that one. Just get into a 3rd and manageable. Nice decision-making, and took care of the football.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Roethlisberger. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give to Taylor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Roethlisberger. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on 4th down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Come on, keep giving it to him. Let's go.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Thomas. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Looking to throw. Hostetler. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. And this one a 41-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. So Ben Roethlisberger and the offense down by 15. A minute 47 on the clock. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Now Roethlisberger. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Meanwhile, Ben's throw pulled in by Robinson here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game. Defensively, they bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Here's Ben. Pass complete to Taylor. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
Ben going to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big connection on that one. 36 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
Roethlisberger. Completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now Ben. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Here's Roethlisberger. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. And it's good, so that will get them back within 1 score. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one.